as FUT esports today.
Yeah, they got to be coming into this supremely confident, especially with that series victory, albeit online just a couple weeks back. But yeah, they know they're the dominant team. And you could see in that kind of little interview with Yakinder kind of saying it is just like he has that mentality of like, we've got to prove that we're still the favorites. We got to prove that we still got the game. So let's see how their crack-off begins. New arena, new event, new legacy to establish if you're FURIA and Fallen at the helm leading the way into the defense of FUT.
Yeah, going in towards the A site, you've only got one player over here right now. Juke's all the way back out towards CT spawn. Execution of utility beginning to land in for this pistol. And a long way off is Caserado, just lurking on the other side of the map. But here comes the util, right towards Jukes. He's going to be waiting out behind Ticket. Looking for that first headshot. Receives a lot of damage. Deploys own smokes in front of CT as that grenade goes over the top of Triple. FURIA now locking the bomb plant in, not without sustaining damage, but Caserado's now kicked in as well.
Yeah, so good at playing off the action. He gets complete freedom to take whatever hit pacing he wants, and now he throws a curveball into the mix. They know his presence is there. Aggression out in the open, and it's all going the way of FURIA.
Yeah, 4v3. Look at the damage here for FUT esports to this retake as well. You've not only got to go up against an extra man, but you've got low HP on the players you still have on your own ranks. But they move in, they lose another. Caserado with some great impact. We got Jugs trying to make this happen with Demon. They tap that defuse to try and pull FURIA into the open. It's a great headshot. You can actually get on this. They can stick it around the back here. He's got a kit. He's going to hold it, but he's come off it now. The pressure's there. And Molodoi secures a triple kill in this pistol round, securing that with Caserado. And FURIA have the first round of play.
Yeah, man. FURIA did such a good job scaling over towards jungle, over towards Khan. The little bit of a lurk from Caserado was lovely to really initiate things in the post plant. FUT could never gain a step forward in that retake till the bomb was way, way too late to do anything about it. Nice simple pistol for FURIA to get them started. 1-0 here on Mirage, and we're going to get a second round by. MP9's coming in for Kerbini Lonks. You've got the Scout on Symmetry, and Demon with the Deagle.
The Demon Deagle. Let's see if that pans out
the
for
Demon Deagle.
I'd be excited to see it go down. We got a very easy commitment here for FURIA into the B side. Demon's Deagle gets a go, but ends up going down to 15 HP almost immediately. Not exactly having a great time here as old Demon.
Yeah, but they've held him back for the moment. Reinforcements arrive, stuck behind a smoke, but this is still a little bit dangerous for FURIA.
Could be. Let's see if Demon can get a kill. That would certainly assist in adding danger. Here, the Scout and the MP9 have chimed in, and all of a sudden, FURIA are down to just 2 players with 3 remaining of FUT esports over towards Market, so they really could win this. Molodoi is trying to make sure that doesn't become reality with the AK standing down in the site. Yuri waiting out towards the back of the truck, and there's one quick kill from Molodoi, so it's all on Yuri. Low HP of Jugs, and the Scout of Symmetry. You're going to see Yuri move out towards the bench. Sliding around the back, waiting for a peek into the open. Jugs not giving him that chance, and that smoke's still up for the time being.
Yeah, and once it fades, Yuri can make his play. This is the move now. This is his moment to go find a kill.
He moves forward. Symmetry on top of the pin, and the kill's in. That is a huge round to win, and FURIA are going to be a little bit red in the face. They commit into the B bomb site, hoping they can just storm right in, but it doesn't go to plan.
There was no motivation. There was no real strength following up Yakinder's, kind of jump out with the MAC-10. Brings the MP9 a little bit low, but there's no trade. The fact that Demon with 15 HP, who gets gushed at the start, is able to survive that long is a little bit wild. So that one, I think, is FURIA dropping the ball. There was really, the spacing after Yakinder's entry was really, really weak, and nobody really was pressing forward to gain the space that he provided to them. I mean, FUT's given plenty of breathing room to recover that round. Nicely done to tie things up at 1, and it's FURIA into a force buy. Tech-9's on Yuri and Fallen. Deagle's otherwise on the other 3 players, and this one will take some time. I like this as well, knowing it's a force buy, knowing it's likely up against pistols. Play the retake, play it safe a little bit further back. Don't lose a weapon that can be passed over to your opposition. Molodoi gets plenty of room with the Deagle to make something happen and almost finds the timing.
Molodoi moving up into the site. Smokes are already up towards stairs, and that jungle cross. Molodoi's Deagle is actually cut through the CT defender. And Shooks has gone down, and Molodoi tries to continue to move forward, ends up getting caught and stopped by Lounks. It's a little bit more of the action here.
Flash coming in.
Yep, flashing the play into the fight, and Fallen still wins it on the Tech-9, holding him off for the time being. FURIA looking for a quick response, but Demon and Symmetry coming right back into this fight. Caserado and Yakinder with Deagles apiece, trying to win this one out. Yakinder plays at the firebox. Here's the utility coming in. Grenade lands right on top of him, but Yakinder hasn't moved yet. That defuse will be denied. He's going to the scare shot first, and then he'll deny that defuse. He'll stop Demon, then go out again, but the time is ticking, and it's a little bit too far gone.
Oh,
so
it
they
is.
won't be able to win this. It is going to be FURIA coming out on top, and FUT Esports having to deal with this back and forth as FURIA respond and take the lead again.
Oh my god, all that space they gave him just completely backfired. Nothing to harass their progression. Good push towards CT spawn. That's nasty. That's a great round from FURIA. So can't contain him with the M4s. The Deagles gain all that room. Molodoy clears out CT spawn, gives them that access. And back FUT again. So FUT is going to have to reinvest around the 2 saved M4s. They've got a couple more rifles brought into play. But a huge economic tug of war back and forth in the early stages here on Mirage. Love to see that.
Yeah, we do, and it could continue here as well because FUT Esports have a decent buy. You've got 3 M4A1s and Galil, a 5-7 here for Laux. Could absolutely turn into a round that continues this back and forth. But we shouldn't be seeing any heavy commitment straight away from FURIA, so...
Yeah, we wouldn't think so at the moment, right? It looks like, especially this round with how slow they're playing it, although you could see, I mean, a lot of this has been heavy presence towards the extremities. We saw the pistol round towards the A bomb site, previous round towards the A bomb site. Now you've got 4 over in halls, just like the second round that they lost. They're going to try this execute one more time. Queserado and Yuri leading the way. This time it's not a Yakinder with the MAC-10 and first kill, and second kill goes the way of FUT's defense.
Yeah, Krubeni just going to be sitting back all the way. It's short here. Ends up getting caught by Molodoy, so at least that kill keeps FURIA going here, but it's starting to fall apart, and that back and forth will absolutely continue. Demon with 3 kills on the Khalil. Yakinder trying to stop it, and he's taking another step closer to this clutch. Just another member at the back of the site that Yakinder wasn't ready for. At least makes it expensive, but it's 2-2 as this back and forth won't stop.
Yeah, Demon, that's a great round from him. Triple kill. He's been their highest rated player for FUT for the past few months. 1.15 rating for him, leading the way for the squad. So great to have a good performance out of him in that B defense. That's twice now, too. We've seen the attack and the initial kills and the initial thrust go the way of FUT. They're getting that opening kill, getting the follow-up. They're stalling out these B hits. And FURIA, it looks like they really want to force some success there so they can build upon it, but not allowed to. Another force buy. Back and forth we go. Tech 9's in the hands, and once again, going to get shut down early by Krubini.
Oh, Molodoy is gone, so the back and forth has ended, Jason.
Yeah, it does feel like that's a really flat ending to this exchange.
Yes, but it had to end at some point. It's going to be FUT Esports winning it out, and I think that's exactly what they need. A good start, an opportunity to build up some early rounds and get comfortable versus FURIA. I mean, if you're FUT Esports, you've got to have the conversation of, guys, we literally played these guys online in the previous tournament, then we took a map off them and we made them sweat. So that's got to be the same conversation you have today. Like, let's take what we learned from that and really prove our point here.
You know, we always talk about, like, you can't take a whole lot of, like, huge conclusions or anything from online Counter-Strike, but if you're the players in it, if you are the FUT guys and you have that, like, that's a good, like as you're saying, that's a really good confidence boost of going into a game and knowing that you can handle the pressure and the heat that FURIA is going to bring to the table. So yeah, perhaps we have a little bit of that as this team starts to believe in itself with some of those nice upset wins they've had building up over the past few months.
Because even from the outside, if we do look in and say, okay, you can't really value online results as heavily as you would LAN, I don't think you can really acknowledge that if you're the team who needs that result to mean everything.
No, yeah. If you're the one if you're the underdog, that online result means everything to you, but only to you.
Exactly. But if it turns into enough confidence to win a LAN match, that's when you really start making everybody really take notice of you.
Yeah, a little bit of a tech issue and a reset of the round gives us some time to chit-chat a little bit. So I can go back to some of that Yakinder interview because he was talking a lot about kind of mentality and their perspective and how they were approaching things. The coach Sid just gave an interview back at Blast just a couple weeks ago that I read through. And one of the things he touched on was at the major, he felt like the pressure and the mentality they had really kind of let them down, like really dealing with the pressure of going into that major, perhaps for the first time in the year where teams were like, okay, FURIA is kind of the favorite, sort of the team to beat going into that event.
Right.
So that was a new experience for them as a unit. And also kind of mentioned, which was interesting to me, that they felt like they were a little bit underprepared. Like maybe felt like they were kind of not only the pressure of dealing with being the favorites, but felt underprepared going into some of their matchups, which just had this compounding effect that kind of threw them off their game. So he mentioned that coming into this year, one of the things that they're doing with their mentality is kind of coming in and saying, we're sort of going to play every game and every tournament as if we are the favorites to practice the mentality that we need to have in those situations. But that can almost be a dangerous thing too against a team where you're the heavy favorites like this. You know, like you're going to be playing like you're the favorites, obviously, but I mean, you don't want to go into this and acting like you have to, this is like some hardcore game that you need. Like, you don't want to over prep for a game that you don't need it.
Right.
And I would be worried. That would be an interesting thing to talk to them and see how it's changed and how they've kind of handled their approach to this game.
It would be ideal to use this game as kind of a confidence builder, but it could also have the opposite effect, right?
Yeah.
Like if you get just smacked around by FUT Esports or they make you sweat and you barely get the win, you're still going to have that sinking feeling of, oh, we're not quite at the level we were at the end of the year. Well, nice work. Okay, Lynx and Demon shutting it all down. Nice and easy, it turns out. Krabeni comes in for the final frag, and we get that Glock round over and done with. So now we're getting into the buy rounds. We've had our back and forth, we've had our fun, but now we get into the real rounds of this game.
Yeah, and then we get to see too. Furious had obviously a lead up into this event, playing in that bounty, beating FUT 2-1, beating 9-2-0, both of those in the online portions, and then going over towards LAN, beating Heroic 2-1, but losing to Paravision, who would go on to obviously win the event in surprising fashion. So Furious had a couple reps under their belts of officials to start out 2026. And now we expect to see that Furia towards the end of the year with Molodoy lighting up the scoreboard and this team fighting for championships. Longsta is going to push up in middle.
Kindar, smoke fades away, and he ends up going down. So Casserado getting the opening, getting traded out immediately though as a 4v4 is established. It's still quite a heavy B lane.
A lot of aggression from FUT in this round with the Demon push, with Lynx's play at middle as well. So they really kind of wanted to be in the face of Furia and kind of mess with it, whatever plans the Furia attack wanted to have. Bomb is still dropped back towards the end of the apartment, so Molodoy is going to fall back and pick that up. Mid control firmly in the favor of the Brazilian organization.
Krabeni moving through the apartments.
The timing of this play is everything.
Oh, he's coming back as well.
I don't think he spotted that.
No. He's just decided to move off. He's going to play from short. It's a position where he can deal with both sides of the threat, but the problem is he's going to be pulled very thin. You've got to deal with players coming through the apartments, and they're making noise, and now you're going to deal with the short players. There's just no world in which you get out of that situation. So at least he gets the one kill. It means he has to rely upon Lynx's rotation. And it's successful so far. He's also got the AWP pinned up, so this is looking very uncomfortable for Furia. Not feeling like this bomb plant's even going to be easy.
Oh, they're screwed here.
Yeah, they really are. Time is starting to tick as well. Kesserado wrapping around the back, but now he's alone, and the time is the problem. They're giving him a couple of chances for kills, but in the end, he steps back into the bomb side. The AWP had taken up the angle, and there's just no way forward there for Furia.
Oh my lord, FUT actually gets into the perfect moment, perfect place, just at the perfect moment. They shifted off that with Krabeni's kind of aggression and B halls. Most of their focus was going to be towards the A bomb site. The fact that he gets that piece of information, Lynx arrives just in the nick of time to kind of secure that position behind the pillar, add his one kill in, make sure they can't plant the bomb, and buy those extra 5 seconds for the op to show up, for the rest of the M4s to show up. Furia just cannot find success at this B bomb site yet. Shut down time and time again at different pacings, different timings, different stages of the rounds, and lost for answers at the moment. FUT is up 5-2. And a first timeout forced from Furia to talk things over. Look at this, good shot with the AWP from Symmetry. Blows it out as well, but it was Lynx holding the position inside the bomb site to make sure that Furia once again just couldn't progress to get a bomb plant and get any safety inside the site. So 3-round lead. And Furia's gonna have one AK-47 on Yakinder for the openings, Tech 9s and pistols to follow it up, saving money from Molodoy. That's been a big focal point of their game plan coming into 2026, was better with the economy to maximize the number of op rounds that Molodoy has.
Krabeni just boosted up on top of the box. Such a good setup here as well with his teammate Demon just down beside him. Should be very effective if they try and get up through short here. Krabeni makes first contact. Yeah, just rips apart Yakindot. And they didn't even see the second player yet. Well, Krabeni going up into the ladder room. It's at least a trade there from Yuri, but you need to test quickly here for Furia as they move forward. Yuri, Casserado, Yuri, and Molodoy all falling down, and Furia get nowhere. These rounds don't look deadly whatsoever. Fallen doesn't have much cash. The rest of his teammates do. They'll have a good buy coming out here.
Yeah, Fallen was the guy who dropped the AK-47 over to your Kinder. He's going to be the first guy to volunteer to provide the hero AK. He was doing it back on Liquid with the Liege as well. So, I mean, that's just his philosophy. And as we know in CS2, limiting that economic growth of your opposition is massively important. This time, that investment doesn't really do anything for him. 1 kill in the round, but no true impact to cause any significant damage. FURIA's back by 4 on this east side of Mirage. Offense yet to get cooking, but now they've got the Molotov off and hoping this is the solution.
Oh, that one went straight through the legs. It wasn't too far off that symmetry of a kill coming through. Fury's down to 1 HP. Okay, just about getting away with his life there at the start of the round.
That's wild. Unconfirmed damage. Serato chunked down to 57 now by the 2 HE grenades. And meanwhile, the FURIA think that there's space to gain over in middle. FUT's defense has already readjusted itself. They got aggressive in Palace, cleared things out. The AWP aggression down ramp has spot information and done damage. Now they can put their focus elsewhere.
Well, Molotov getting an opening kill here for FURIA. Let's see if it's enough. I mean, barely an opening kill because Fury's hardly alive, but something here for FURIA to work with.
Yeah, I think the only the FUT knows one is leg at the very least. And there's the equalizing kill. Once again, Kerbini over in middle. Now towards the B bomb site. Again, not a whole lot of success here for FURIA. Defense has been strong and Demon is waiting.
Demon here's the crossing out into the site, and it's going to be 1 for Demon and a second. We're getting to see the skill display here from FUT Esports on the server today, showing that they are able, and in fact, are dominating FURIA right now. This is fantastic to see the young skill on this quad on display, and now Yuri, who somehow was the first player to die on the server, is the last alive on 1 HP, and he's come out for that kill on the lurk.
Yeah, he was just, I mean, with 1 HP, you're like, the only thing I'm going to be able to do is cut off a rotation if they can pull him away from the A bomb site. Man, I think Fallen's going to be tapping himself on the chest and saying that one's my bad. That's a trade you absolutely have to be able to get, and considering Fallen's rifling in 2025, we'd expect him to trade that out. But a nice double kill again from Demon, who's, I mean, living up to his name at that B bomb site. Every time they've gone there, he's been able to shut him down with multi-kills. So brutal that this offense hasn't been able to have any success there. And now Fallen doesn't have as many rounds to play with. What, only 3 remaining in the rest of the half for him to figure something out and scrape together some rounds for FURIA. Desperate situation.
Yeah, you don't want to be in that situation. Certainly on Mirage as well. I mean, this was the map that FUT Esports were able to display some credibility on back at the Perfect Roll Shanghai event.
Yep.
So great to see that they kept that performance up here on Mirage. You got Serato leaping forward, a bit of a fumble in the movement department. He's not going to be too happy about how he severed off of his teammates and now completely destroyed. Here come FURIA with the 4 remaining players, but Demon is just destructive on this B bomb site. It is ridiculous right now. They just can't get past him. He's up on top. He's taking every single fight with every weapon, jumping around. Just such a difficult player to put to bed.
Oh my lord!
And Demon just keeps it going. Yeah, Loud's getting loud as well, as FUT Esports are loving the start of this series.
That's actually crazy. He's just styling on him, deathmatching inside the bomb site, having the time of his life. This is disgusting from Demon. That time it's a quad kill. He's playing Yahtzee. We've seen him have a double kill on the defense. We've seen him have a triple kill on the defense of the B bomb site. Now he's got a quad kill. If he gets the ace, he wins the game. Yeah. He wins the whole thing.
I think so. I think that might be enough, actually, to wrap this one up. It'd be 9 rounds for FUT Esports if it comes in this next round.
That's mental, man.
Wow. Well, let's see. Let's see how it goes down.
Also, let's just say, too, I mean, I think that's kind of, I know it's around, I think they only came in with like 2 AKs and saved pistols behind that, but FURIA is kind of like, okay, we're going to throw this platform smoke so that he's got, you know, protection from Van, and we're just going to let Serato kind of challenge, and then when he dies or goes down, the rest of the 4 of us are just going to kind of bum rush. You know, I don't know, felt kind of flat to me. Certainly, Demon's loving it. 15-6 after that quad kill on the B defense in round 10. And 2 rounds remaining for FURIA to put something on the board. 7-0 run for this FUT defense.
And an opening kill on a very important round here for FUT Esports. It's Kerbini, who has been traded out by Yekindar, though.
And that's a good kill to get. Kerbini's been, you know, he only has 9 kills. He's not like lighting it up the way Demon or Lounx is, but, you know, those 9 kills, he's been able to grab like 1 in middle. Those annoying kills, the nuisance kills from the player trying to take some space in towards Khan. Those have been very impactful kills. So he's out of the game this round. which means middle has kind of opened up for FURIA, but they've abdicated it to rotate everyone back around for a hit towards the A bomb site. And FUT, they know exactly what's coming.
Oh my god, he gets away with both kills. Looked like he was about to get caught in a weird timing where his crosshair wasn't in the right spot, but he gets back to it against both FURIA players. So really everything is going right for FUT Esports at this point. No one's come into this game slow or cold. This is just pure domination, and FURIA, there is no T side. They haven't seen anything.
Well, first, I think if you talk to FURIA after this game, they're going to be like, well, their first kill was so quick and efficient that they were just able to double up at all. It's like trading from FURIA in this half has been terrible. So if FUT's been able to double up, triple up kills, we've seen Demon do it a number of times, obviously. You know, like I think FURIA is just, this is one of those maps where they're just going to be like, individually they were so on point that there was nothing we could have done. There's some truth to it.
Yeah, they're just getting
it's not the whole truth.
No.
But there's some truth.
They're getting straight up owned. And that's the truth. Like, we're last round of the half, 9-2. FUT Esports about to take a 10-2 half. I mean, that's what's favored here, because you look for Galil's in play for FURIA coming in this round.
Yeah.
It's, you know, this is
just look at the kills on the FURIA side. There's no one creating opportunities for the rest of the team. This just hasn't been going well. Nothing's working at the moment. So we're going to try and open things up. Yakinder swinging behind the boxes over in top middle. He's got Fallen behind him in support with flashbang if it's called upon, if it's necessary, but Yakinder doesn't sense any kind of aggression. That aggression is going towards underpass. And Lonks has found a really, really nice timing as K Serato just now leaves the position.
The bomb going back towards the A site. Now, this might end up being the best option for FURIA to try and get at least the bomb down, which has been a problem.
Yeah, especially in a round like this where we can see it's being played passive, being played for retake,
God,
and there's the flank.
How mad are you going to be about that?
Very mad.
Yeah, well, here comes the final play here for FURIA. Going to be sending utility down into the site. It's going to be a Molotov landing in behind triple, and the rest of the force is just trying to desperately get that bomb planted and get into a post plant. At this point, FUT Esports still favor for the retake. In fact, they've denied the bomb plant from even happening, so it continues to be a huge favor in the hands of FUT Esports as Keserato and Yuri, both very low in health, have to pull off a 1v4 now as Keserato stuck in sandwich. A 10-2 half coming in from FUT Esports as they turn up and they shock FURIA in this opening map. They are showing that online result was not a fluke. They are going to pressure FURIA even here on LAN in Kraków.
Flex on the beat.
Welcome back to the Intel Extreme Masters Kraków, and right now it is FUT cracking FURIA. This is 10-2 up right now going into the second half. I mean, a pistol round loss, and we're all done here in Mirage, it feels like.
Oh yeah, this could end real quick, and we'll see what FUT brings to the table in that pistol round. But really, the story so far is FURIA just never once showing up in that first half whatsoever. The back and forth, the economic tug of war, the exchange of rounds in the first four, but it was all FUT from that point on. Absolutely insane opening half on defense. Now we get to see what Kerbini can do with this offense. They've been super happy with his IGLing so far, and he's called a B-rush.
Yeah, Fallen going to be waiting down in the sights. Guys, a little bit of help out towards short and behind the bench as well. They're coming into the perfect setup for this, and only Molodoi required on the first two kills. Then Caserado and Fallen will chime in. So it will not be a FURIA pistol round loss. They will at least have that under their belt. And now they've got to go on a huge run to get back into this, but step one.
Well, hey, that's kind of the spark that we were looking for to a certain extent, is
right.
All these talented and skilled players on the FURIA side, someone step up individually. Molodoi hit some bangers. Now, a three-man stack at this B-bomb site, FURIA might want it out regardless, but those two headshots from Molodoi make it significantly easier. And now we're just chilling. We get to watch Kerbini, what he's going to do.
Well, he might get one.
Nah, he's getting 0. He's going to get banged out right there.
Yeah, all right. Well, Molodoi gets the job done with a triple kill on the pistol. It's back-to-back pistol rounds. He's had 3 kills in.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah.
I bet he's living, he's eating on that.
Living the dream. I mean, it is making his kills look a little better than the rest of the team.
Yeah, so. True.
Yeah, I mean, this is the first step of a very long road back into this for FURIA, but they've taken it, and Molodoi with some clean shooting.
I mean, look, at the moment, all it is basically saying we're not going to get destroyed out of this map without any kind of a fight. But I mean, now you have to actually deliver on the fight portion. Molodoi's kind of giving you the breathing room to wake up now. Now you got to bring the fight.
No, let's not count them completely out of it. I mean, it's going to be very difficult to come back into this. But FURIA are a team that you get them on the CT side, get them rolling, get them warmed up a little bit, can absolutely create a blue wall of round wins. So.
I think this is a team that has a good mentality in this kind of a scenario as well. Good shot from Fallen, waiting for that lurk from Lonks. 3 versus 5, and these pistols going to do absolutely nothing. Yeah, and I mean, we'll see it's still like when the op comes out from the Molodoi side of things. How good is the FUT? How good are their executes? How good is their utility? Can they take mid control?
Yeah, you're right. Let's see if a comeback can start. Right now, though, FUT Esports, best case scenario is somehow they get out with a bomb plant, but that just isn't going to happen. No. I have a lot of faith in Yuri.
Look at this map, too. This is just never going to happen. You'll never get even close to a plant. So easy spray down at range for Yuri. Double kill. Yakinder's going to grab the last one. 4-10. They're within 6. AK-47 is going to come into play for FUT. Galil's as well. Going to have to, manage their utility wisely as money's still a little bit hurt. You could see Symmetry skipping head armor so that he can get a few extra grenades out, but the AK is preventing all the utility FUT would like. But here we go into round 15. First gun round of the second half, and now we get to see if this comeback from FURIA is going to get started, or if we're just going to call this kind of a nice pistol round and a quick close. So out of the gate, out of T-spawn, Kerbini and FUT calling for a split towards the A bomb site, bomb and 3 players towards A. 2 players going to try and connect with them in middle through con. At the moment, it's just Symmetry in support of Kerbini as the IGL who's going to make the play, and he'll be able to call out his scaling and his pacing as well. First stage is there, and FUT will be happy to wait out these smokes. They call it out to Kerbini. We just got smoked in Palace. He'll find a timing for him to execute his utility over in middle from the top mid boxes. Going to try and pull attention towards middle as the thrust begins up A ramp. And he's done it.
He's all the way up through Cat. And he's going to try and get himself this pick. Kindar going down, he'd be cut through. Now Yuri off the stairway. Monk's also a victim of that rifle. Let's see if this 4v4 can continue. It will fall in favor of FUT Esports. So they're getting the bomb planted. FURIA a long way out of this, and that is such an important fight for Fallen to win. Keeps FURIA going, even if it is going to be difficult with the bomb now planted. They've got utility for this retake. Let's see how they set up for it. We've got Symmetry out towards ET spawn. He's not committed around the corner just yet, waiting on a timing.
No kits.
He's going to try and just peek out, but it's a missed shot again. Molodoi Important frag again found here for FURIA. Demon trying to position himself on this bench to catch Fallen running through. Now they know where he is. Can they deal with him? Yes, they can. Desperado getting rid of him, putting it all on Jugs. 1v2 back from sight. And we've got the ramp P coming out. That defuse being stuck in the smoke. FURIA down to the time, down to the wire. Gonna hold that defuse all the way and just about getting it done in the final milliseconds.
Yeah, he really did. That was lovely stuff. What a great retake. I mean, man, without utility, without the kit, that was so pressured, and FURIA just barely coming out on top. And those are the dangerous rounds. Those are the scary ones if you're FUT, because you feel like you had such a good advantage in this round. You got everything you wanted, and now that one slipped away, and it's just, again, FURIA's going to take this chance and start building back into the game. So rounds like that come so close and go against you if you're FUT, that feeling of this FURIA comeback is going to start building up in their side as well.
That's a crazy retake coming in now from FURIA. Those are the kind of rounds that just start to make you believe, even early on, that this is going to be possible. One of those, and now an opportunity is presented to them where they have majority pistols up against them.
And they got a good amount of money built up, FURIA, as well. 5,900 on Molodoi, 5,400 on K-Serrato.
Oh.
That's not ideal.
Oh, not indeed. Well, we've got Demon also following up here. 4 footies, boys, and it gets less than ideal. It gets real difficult. All of a sudden, Yekindar trying to come in around the back. He's done very well to get a double and puts it all on Fallen, who...
Oh, no.
Whoa, bro, what?
Oh, my Lord.
Kremeni's just knifed Fallen. Who are you? Oh, that is insane. I love that.
Oh, that's so cruel, but it's perfect. Tons of money, a little bit of shame on the side of Fallen. You get some bragging rights as well. Nice little position to find yourself in. And the chaos of the pistols, cracking in towards Khan, breaking open the middle of the map. There's the first shot. It all collapses from here.
I love that's brilliant. Well, we were all talking about a comeback.
I know.
FURIA just lost to 4 pistols and 1 rifle, and Fallen got knifed.
They're not out of it yet, though. Not out of it yet. Look at the money. Molodoi's able to have another AWP. 3 M4s in play. MP9 on Fallen. Utility's a little bit scuffed. 1 kit on Yuri, so you're missing plenty of bells and whistles. But you got the weapons you need to win the round.
Well, just relaxing for the time being. Goes quiet on the server. Alice Smoke re-put up. And while we got Yekindar going into the mid-peak, he's followed up here for FURIA, so responding.
A little bit of a lost detail, I think, from FUT. That's a big risk to take, kind of just parked there. Not even really, I think, thinking and cognizant of the fact that the window smoke had faded away. So an easy moment for Yekindar to take his time and find the kill on Cat. Now over towards the B halls we go, and this time it's Fallen in the sneaky advanced position.
Yeah, he's going to get at least 1 here. Sees the barrel, goes out into the peak. Kremeni looking to trade him, but Fallen has taken both away. Gets his revenge somewhat. We've now got Jugs coming in to a 1v5. So good to see FURIA be able to respond immediately, not allowing FUT Esports to just run away and close the map out.
This is good, though. This is one of those rounds, like, it's not going to be one for FUT. So if you're the teammate, you're just saying, Jugs, go for some kills. Like, just go deathmatch. Just go see if you can find a kill. Swing and get into fight. Not able to find anything just yet. Saw the bench player. Anything he can take away is beautiful. 10 seconds. He will need to go down. Gets 1 more. That's it. K-Serrato closes it out. 11-6 as FURIA start clawing this one back. Just 5 rounds away. And we'll get that first time out of FUT as they want to talk things over, because the conversation on their side is, let's not let this one slip out of control. Let's not let them kind of weasel out of this victory, this win that we've put ourselves in. 10-2 first half, now 11-5, now 11-6. Let's not let them get any closer. And it's FUT who's starting to feel probably a little bit more pressure. For FURIA, they're like, all right, well, we spotted them a half of Counter-Strike. Now we're getting in the swing of things. Now we're waking up, and we're going to come right back into this map. And FUT in the second half still have yet to put a round on the board as the result of AK-47s and rifles. Remember, they won that round with Tech 9s with the Cemetery Deagle opening things up and Window with a spectacular shot. It was trades with the Tech 9s. The rifles themselves haven't yet netted any positive results for the FUT attack.
Well, it's a quick rush towards the B-bomb site. These are the kind of rounds that can catch you off guard if you're FURIA. You need to be ready because right now there's only Fallen inside of the site. Timmy Kindar is out short and he'll help him. Also got a rotation now arriving and they've handled business very well. So nice shutdown there. That's going to be Fallen with a 3K.
Even a little bit of creativity from FUT, right? Getting Demon with the front spawn into an advanced position, trying to mess with the timing. FURIA will hear that Molotov extinguish and think that's going to be the first player, but Demon's probably 5 steps ahead of him. So trying to mess with that a little bit to get a leg up on that initial fight, not working. Fallen stands his ground inside the bomb site, delivers a fantastic multi-kill, and FURIA still bringing this one back. 11-7, and money looking good for the CT side. Comfort now it feels for FURIA.
Oh, FUT Esports could very quickly change that by grabbing map point. Utility up towards the top mid boxes.
Well, mid control is there, which is what you want if you have this T side. We saw in the previous round Symmetry kind of holding this position for most of the round. Picked off once that window room smoke cleared. 3 smokes now. This time it's Kerbini to fall over and con. Molodoy yet again with an opening kill.
And now Yuri waiting. As they try and come out of the palace smoke, they'd be completely preoccupied about players down in the bomb site, which allows Yuri all the distraction. Easy kills the line up for him. So Laux going forward, ends up getting caught as well by Yekindar. And all of a sudden, just Symmetry left alone. 1v4. We'll take 1 kill on Molodoy in behind triple. Back into the peak, fighting short side, and FURIA just need to stay disciplined and not offer up any chances here, and they'll have themselves an 8th round.
Oh, nicely done, Yekindar with the wide swing. Not much to do for FUT, and man, so far this T side from what we've seen has been, you know, it feels like they don't really know how to create the opening opportunity that they want. We've seen Molodoy pick them off with the AWP twice for the first kill of each round, so they need to kind of stem the bleeding in that sense because they're just losing a player to an op for no good reason. And then you're not able to create an opportunity to get yourself into a good fight. It's coming through a smoke dry into Yuri's M4s that round. So, man, the plan from FUT to open up these T sides has yet to be successful, hitting some of that same issues that FURIA had in the first half.
Here's a very quick rush up through short side. Here goes Jokes moving forward with the Tech 9. He's blinded. Yekindar, oh my god, goes through the fight, ends up getting absolutely wrecked. And luckily, Fallen's there with a big job done. That's an important double kill coming out of Fallen. Takes the sting out of the attack, and every threat now falls to their feet. We've got FURIA up to 9.
Yeah, I wonder if Yekindar just didn't hear the footsteps, didn't realize they'd scaled that far. There was no information being gathered in middle, but he was pre-aimed for a completely different fight.
I mean, they've come back very quickly into this, haven't they, FURIA? And I think there was the turning point had to be that retake round where it looked like FUT Esports.
Yes, the first gun round, I believe.
Yeah, exactly. Then FURIA come back in with a very difficult retake, fight against the odds, pick it up. Then you think it's done when they lose the round against 4 pistols, the 1-8 get Fallen, gets knifed. But you mentioned something coming into the start of the second half, but it's FURIA have a strong mentality when it comes to recovering from those mistakes, those rounds like that. And they've stayed focused, they've stayed in it, and it looks like they might just get the reward here.
You know, I feel like more than most other top teams, I feel like I rarely see FURIA like show visible signs of panic, even when they're getting bashed. You know, like I don't actually see like the crazy panic, and maybe that's a Fallen effect. Maybe it's just an effect of them being so good throughout the second half of last year. They've got a little bit of confidence, but regardless, it's cool to see. Holding on very nicely. Now just 2 rounds away. This was a 2-10 first half. FURIA have gone on a huge run to keep this close and bring it close.
The Jokes, oh, not like this though. FUT Esports are just charge straight into the A bomb site and taking both A defenders down, no problem. So 2 quick kills, 1 back from Yekindar, but that's not going to be enough. And then Fallen sends 1 straight through the smoke. So a 2v3, a double op retake of Fallen and Molodoy. Molodoy very low as well. And he's going to be alone because Fallen just walks straight into connector where Demon's waiting for him. And FUT Esports have done it. They've broken through. They've got map point.
That's a nice change of pace. That's a good call from Kerbini as well. Hadn't really had any of those, and you know they've been focusing so much on mid control. You've encountered them there a number of times that you've got the real estate to work with at the A bomb site. Nice timing for it. And just at the end, FUT find the advantage that takes so much pressure off their shoulders. Now they don't have to be ultra concerned with this comeback because you've got the safety net of overtime. You've hit your 12. No matter what, you can't lose in regulation. And Molodoi survives with 1 HP after the bomb blast, because why the hell not?
Yeah, well, watch that ult make the difference. It drags him in the
All
overtime now.
calculated. He had the money. He had the money for it anyways, right? But it's just, I mean, it's just nice not having to respend it.
Sure thing. Well, let's see. Can FUT Esports close out Mirage? Dust2, the next map in the series. I mean, even if FURIA lose this map, it's still going to feel at least better that they came back in the second half to at least started getting a little bit warmed up. I mean, they were completely blanked on every front in that first half.
Yeah, I mean, that's almost like the conversation we have of like, okay, they played themselves into this series. They woke themselves up in the first map, even in a loss. They just started way too slow. But man, it's a bummer. It's a bummer if you're FURIA when you know you started that slow and then you put out this kind of performance and bring it so close. And if you fail at the final hurdle, it can be so frustrating. So Molodoi is going to hold this angle. He's been great on first kill. He's going to continue here in round 22.
Yeah, well, getting ready for an A hit again. It looks like FURIA have got that read. You know, the A setup was so successful for FUT the previous round. We haven't really seen any presence anywhere else. So this is going to be the A play to try and finish out this map. FUT Esports coming forward. Molodoi, Molotov off the stairs. Not able to stand there any longer. But FUT Esports not really taking any space towards the site yet. You've still got to deal with Yuri that's standing on default at the moment. His teammates are really ready to get going behind those smokes, but they do deal with Yuri without a single kill going against them. Now FUT Esports can put that bomb down, and no one is towards CT. But eyes on Fallen's flank through T-spawn.
Yeah, this retake, they'll be patient with it. They're going to wait for these smokes to clear. They want to harass. They want to keep as many eyes forward, and still nobody from FUT has even thought about the flank, and it's going to be the long one. Fallen going in towards Palace, so it's going to be Jugs who's got the issue.
Kindar offstairs. It's going to be Symmetry gone. And so,
that kill just activates Fallen.
Yeah, but he turns around, and so Jug's got the read. He turned back, but Fallen still wins the duel. And now a retake. Looks like it's going to go the way of FURIA. Can Demon hold on to the top of Petford? He's got that first kill, but now he's alone in the kill. He's stellar clutch, but he just can't do it. Back to that defuse just in time here for FURIA to keep this map going.
Okay, double digits now for FURIA. Another great retake. You mentioned that as one of the instigating points of this half was the retake early on in the first gun round. Now, all of a sudden, we got FURIA once again, who's able to say, you can have the A bomb site, but we're going to be able to retake it. We're going to rip it out of your hands and get that defuse, and the game is still on. Plenty of money for the FURIA side. The plant helps for FUT to want to buy, and I mean, they got timeouts to burn. It seems like they're kind of stuck between two ideas, and they're just going to roll with it. Okay, here we go. Round 23. Demon and Jugs keeping some money in the bank as the rest of their teammates invest, and once again, heavy towards the A bomb site, keeping it simple.
All the Utah plant and Yuri to drop Jugs, no problem. So no big go again here for FURIA. Launch though, headshot like that. Yuri, that's 2 rounds in a row now. He's struggled inside of that side. At least he got the one this time, and damage is being done to FUT Esports.
And this is the only salvo of utility that FUT has. I mean, they need to get way more off of this than they are. That's a nice trade from Symmetry, but I think the damage is done.
We're looking to attempt the bomb plant. And I think the position of Lounge isn't bad, but that bomb plant denied, of course, by Molodoi's wallbang. So Lounge runs forward. Not going this. 3 players running them down through CT spawn, and this comes down to the final round of regulation. It was a 10-2 half.
Yeah, and I mean, you have the luxury of having that kind of safety net of overtime if you're FUT, but if you get there, what a run that FURIA has been on, and all that momentum will have shifted entirely. So much pressure on this last round for this young team looking to cause upsets. First map of this series here on Mirage. FUT have one chance out of this third and final timeout to close out the map. What does Kerbini call? The bomb site hasn't been great.
Yeah,
your mid control
figured out.
Your mid control rounds, Molodoi's been picking you off. Really, the cleanest looks you've had at rounds have been those A executes, but you've kind of hit them hard in these past 4 rounds or so.
Yeah. You're seeing FURIA play a willingness to retake the A site as well.
And being strong at it.
Yeah, that's the other problem, right?
Nice.
Okay, well, for FURIA, it's got to feel pretty good. Last round of regulation. Let's see if you can get it into overtime. At this point, the mentality, if you're FUT Esports, you're 10-2 up, you're a young team, not experienced in this kind of environment. 10-2 lead. Oh, it's got to feel so rough. Put it in the back of your mind up as you move forward and just try and get the job done to close out Mirage. 13-11. You've got Krabeni leading down his side of connector, getting up to the smoke. It's going to be the A call. Krabeni has called the A play. He's getting trying to split through Quan. And Serrano getting cleared out. So it's a great opening kill here for FUT Esports. They've got the site, they've got the face.
Oh yeah, Serrano caught completely off. Great utility work, and now you're in position. And once again, you have a few more nades to replenish smokes in these choke points. This one towards top con might obfuscate the position of Lonks, who's hiding up in the corner. So that's a little bit of a trap set up for Yakinder on his rotation.
Well, I'm going to be joining back through CT spawn here. And ready to move into the site. Yuri at the front. Just clearing out the side of that cloud. Symmetry. Oh, good kill from sight, but that's it. That's all he's got. Time is starting to tick again. Yuri get onto the defuse. Going for the clearance. Niall! There's the map. They get the job done. FUT Esports. A 10-2 lead in the first half. It looked like it was all going to fall down around them as it comes to the final round of regulation. One hell of a comeback from FURIA, but the mental strength of FUT to stay in it and close it out.
Second map in the series underway. FUT starting on the CT side, defending here on Dust2 against the FURIA attack on the T side.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing how this one goes down. We see Molodoy really shining the pistol round so far. Let's see if he continues that. Symmetry going for shots up towards top middle.
And the denial of the information up towards short as well. They've already scaled up behind. The Molotov nade is going to break and kind of blow open that smoke just a little bit, but not anything really you're going to gather with it in terms of intel. Footsteps, noise cues being heard by Symmetry.
Yeah, going out into the open through the mid door. It's going to be Caserado to take Symmetry away. And Lounce now under pressure goes out into the open. It's going to be one on that USP. Yuri to fall down and fall in with a swift response. It's now 4v3. We got Jokes doing what he can here with the Joel Berettas, lighting him up, and a triple from the Julies. Exactly what they ordered. Now, Molodoy, just mentioned him as one of the better pistol players on the server. Let's see if he's got a 1v3 clutch. Coming at him from multiple different directions. Knives are out, running at him, and eventually Molodoy will be put in the ground.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you right now, you're not going to see too many rounds like that where one player is able to hold off a mid to B split on his own in the B bomb site. That's actually a crazy turn of events from Jugs with the dualies. Once you see his teammate go down in middle through the mid double to the mid smoke, you're like, he's done. Jugs' only option is to get aggressive, fight them at the choke point, make sure they can't come streaming in wide. And what a delivery, what a performance from those dualies. Quad kill in the pistol, and FUT once again starting on the right foot.
Oh, Jason.
No, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you had to do it. I mean,
it was too late, man. It was too late. It was already there.
I mean, we've got to now. You've opened the floodgates. You've opened up every chance.
I apologize
take now.
to all the listeners, all the viewers. I won't do it again.
Lies. Well, Caserado coming up with the Tech 9 up through Cat. He's got plenty of teammates around him. But they're not going to be committing up through A just yet because the bomb is outside of the tunnels. And so that is looking likely where this finish is about to come through here for FURIA with that smoke trickling on out. Two players still for the defensive side over here.
All right, just testing the waters, seeing if anyone's chilling inside the smoke. Got to be careful with that reload timing. Looks like FURIA might line up to take advantage of it. They are going to attempt the split. It's obvious out of the gate. So there's a smoke. Crisscross smoke's coming in middle. They want to show that most of the thrust is going to come from middle. Meanwhile, inside the smoke, two players in B tunnels. This is well defended, though.
Flashes are up. And it's going to be one quick kill coming in here from Jugs. Launch to follow through, and FURIA not breaking into the B-bomb side the way they would have liked as Jugs continues to give them the business.
Yo, his dualies are no joke. His dualies, that's a snapshot onto that player as he flicks over. That's really well done. Okay, B-bomb site looking rock solid in these first two rounds. So FURIA's going to have to perhaps chill a little bit, but now they get to sit back with only pistols as they get wiped out in round number 2. Not a whole lot, no plants, no real kills to be happy about.
Yeah, and it wasn't the T side where FURIA had the problems on Mirage, so maybe you're sitting there.
Surely not on Dust2, though. Surely not on Dust2.
Yeah, that's what you would have thought coming into the map, but you know, if you're FURIA, you're kind of sitting there watching this.
It's still early. I'm going to reserve judgment.
Yeah, you're not worried just yet, but very easily could turn around. We've got Glocks, P250s. Not expecting a whole lot here at all from FURIA as they try and run up long. The grenade softens them up, and the mowdown should come in.
Yeah, it seems like they're more motivated to get this round over than FUT actually is. As they back away, there's the swing, and yeah, you're not really going to do anything with this. So swing one more time out into the open, mercifully into the arms of the Rifles, and a 3-0 start for the CT side of FUT. But now the AWP comes out in the hands of Molodoi. Now the AK-47s and all the utility gets brought in. So let's see what the gun rounds have in store for us. Round 4 here on Dust2. FURIA, they got 2 rounds on their T side on Mirage, and even that was mostly in the early going of the economic tug-of-war in the first 4 rounds. I don't even know if they have got a full gun round in the first map.
I don't think they did. Yeah, I don't think they did at all. Yeah, it was just the first, it was the back and forth.
Yeah,
that was it. That was really all we had.
Yeah, that's all it was.
All right, well.
Looking for their first gun round victory here today.
On the T side, let's see if they're able to pull it off. We've got Caserata going through the lower tunnels. He's going to send some util out up into Cat.
Oh, look at the timing on this. This is oh my lord. You don't normally see this kind of a push to like the 1 minute mark. This is so early, and it's going to pay off. What a massive risk to deliver such a huge performance. You get 2 kills, you spot 2 more in middle. You now know everything that's happening on the map, and you have a man advantage.
Smoke break. And Caserata trying to get something done up in towards the site, but he's held back for the time being. We now go under a minute on that clock. And for FURIA, they have been devastated by that flank in terms of taking the sting out of this attack. And Caserato's left losing health as well. Very tough finish of the round coming up here for FURIA. You've got to be very sharp when entering the site. Here comes Caserata coming up Krabeni, and exactly what they ordered. A quick kill from Caserata into the site. And that is now open on the A-bomb site. Yekindar cutting off the rotation, the reinforcements, and all that help waiting at the B side as well. He should be getting at least one here, and Yekindar will nail it.
Yeah, all the advantages that FUT gave themselves early on, though, with that flank from Demon just gone to waste. That's a Bush League smoke thrown at Catwalk. They're able to step behind it, a fight that Krabini wasn't expecting whatsoever. He's deleted. Now you got to try and recover in this post plant, and Laux might be able to do it. His teammate's gone down 1-on-1 at the site, so he picks up the pace.
Yeah, right up over the top, and okay, Yekindar and Yuri combining together to close that one out. And yeah, you're going to be frustrated if you're Laux sitting there. That was a great opportunity you set yourself up with, and FUT Esports let it go. Can't have too many of those.
No, you really can't. That one's brutal. And I mean, even just I think Krabini's kind of surprised that they walk around his smoke in that fashion on short. So he goes back for the fight, which, you know, again, is like the ill-advised decision. Stay alive. You got a teammate over at long. He's got a flashbang. He can turn and help you, set you up for a peek. So they get deleted, all the weapons taken away. They got to reinvest, rebuy, back down to basically nothing. And that's a huge risk from the AWP that goes the other way. Very late slide into lower dark from the CT side. AWP, Molodoi happy to take that out of his hands.
And FURIA just going to take their time establishing this default control up through Cat. Some resistance being thrown back at them by Krabeni.
It's just delay, and I mean this isn't like a great defensive stance whatsoever, but you don't want to be the more aggressive guys standing in all that utility that we're seeing rain in. But this isn't exactly a strong defense. Demon is left on his own and basically like a you better get this kill or everyone's dead.
Demon going back into the peak again. Fallen, he's gone. Demon's going to chase after them all the way down into short, and over the top is FUT Esports running, but they're out of bullets. Running out of bullets, doesn't matter. USP pulled instead, and now Molodoi stuck on short. He is finished off by Krabeni's USP as well. So plenty of USP kills coming in. And we've got Yekindar left in a 1v3. Have a chance here, actually. Peeks out, and his joke is going to be caught. So do we give him a full opportunity? Bombs up for 20 seconds.
Oh, that's a good play from the AWP, though.
Yeah.
That's the checkmate.
Run away, too. Sees the elbow. Just the time here for Yekindar. If he sprints, picks that bomb up, and gets this A-side kill, then he could get it planted down to a 1v1 fight.
As long as Demon doesn't play this a little bit silly. Okay, with the smoke up, he just plays behind it. Nice shot from Demon, easy. Yeah, a little bit of frustration from Yekindar, it seems, but that round slipped out of their control. That setup on Catwalk looked so weak, and he gets that first kill, everyone getting aggressive behind it. I thought for sure FURIA was going to be able to kind of peek up and trade that off, but nobody interested in that follow-up fight. So timeout from FURIA as they talk things over. 1-4. in the favor of FUT, looking to put a really good start to Dust2 on, just like Mirage. And look, they've got a chance now to string it together. We look at the funds on the screen right now from FURIA. They're not going to be able to scrape together any kind of a pretty buy. Hero AK from Fallen, he buys it, passes it over to Queserado. That's probably the only rifle they'll have in this round.
Well, an AK out for Queserado. And being a hero of the team is something Queserado has often been, so let him have a go with that.
Ooh, okay. Break not there enough. I think Queserado might have been past the line, but he's got a great timing up towards short.
And they countered the long smoke too. Flashes over the top, Demon waiting inside a pit. Actually caught by that flash, makes it awkward, but Krabeni is doing all the work. He's got a double kill, drawing attention, goes out with the USP, and oh my goodness, still even with the USP, he's able to find the impact. So a little bit scary at long there, but Krabeni handles the chaos. Now Queserado slipping into the side. It's a 2v3, and it's very winnable with this bomb getting planted.
Only problem is you can't really go anywhere. You can't really kind of extend your realm, your sphere in this post plan whatsoever, right? Maladoy stuck in the site, Queserado stuck in Goose, so you're just kind of at mercy of where this retake comes from.
Maladoy peering down in towards CT. It's really worked out for him too well. Their Lamps has come through. It's Maladoy who is gone. And at least Queserado here getting closed out on the site. And that will be the quick defuse coming in to secure a retake. This is starting to get very worrying for FURIA in terms of just the rounds that are starting to build up on the other side of things.
Yeah, I guess we kind of have that question answered coming into this, right? Are we going to see the FURIA that ended Mirage, that had that brilliant second half comeback just to fall at the end, but you kind of saw everyone sort of waking up and delivering and being proactive? Or are we going to go back to, well, the kind of FURIA we had at the start of the series, which was that very quiet opening map where you could have no success and you couldn't find your way into any bomb sites? And we're getting closer to that unfortunate kind of FURIA that's not able to get anything going, that's not able to produce any impact on the server. 5-1. And I mean, man, it's a terrifying idea, like opening up your Kraków campaign with two really flat opening halves. So everyone kind of waiting for FURIA to come alive. With all the talent on this roster, 2025's Rookie of the Year and Maladoy. Also the number 6 best player of 2025. You had Queserado, who was the 9th best player of 2025. And so far, we haven't seen any of that yet today.
Queserado. Old peek into the mid doors. Not going to spot too much as they climb up through Cat. Smoked out. I'll just maintain some control up through short here for the time being for FURIA. Slowly but surely make their way towards what is about to be an A finish. You know, you've got one player waiting in Krabeni. He's on the site. And out long, you've got Symmetry with that AWP. He needs to be dragged back right now, and that's exactly what he does. Great impact. Krabeni off the site, peeks up. Yuri gone as well. So first 2 kills fall in favor of FUT Esports. Down to the final 25 seconds. Fallen with an important kill, but the rest of the frags are still going the way of FUT Esports. Maladoy finally getting involved, but they got to go for a bomb plant right about now. Demon's just biding his time. Jumps up. Spots the head of Maladoy, and they'll clean him up as well as they take down Fallen in tandem. Another round that the bomb will go down, but it's a retake coming in for FUT Esports.
Yeah, for the lesser experienced team, they're handling some of these chaotic situations really, really well. Demon just being in a great position to pop up and support his teammates. When attention is put on him from Maladoy, he just kind of tucks his head, becomes a small target, makes sure Maladoy doesn't have any clean looks whatsoever. This is really, really nice the way that FUT is playing so far. FURIA just have no answers to the defense on 2 maps now. Super impressive stuff from FUT as they start off here in stage 2.
Yeah, this would be one hell of an upset in stage 2 of Kraków.
One hell of an upset.
Yeah, it would be. It looks like it's being queued up at the moment. Kindot held back and long. He's going to jump out and go into the fights here. Spraying down and eventually getting his kill on Laux. The flash goes out into the open. Demon to chase it down, and you can take it away. So you're left with only this one option, which is to try and finish this B side. Jukes, he's been incredible from the start of the map. Well, unable to get much done here. Wasn't in a great position, but Symmetry opens up the graveyard, lets them swallow up FURIA with 2 quick kills, keeps this round going for FUT Esports. Another retake required, this time with a B side.
Yeah, only 1 flashbang though, a Molotov as well. This is going to be really tough to come back into in the 2-on-2. Great position from K Serato. Another smoke just drops over at the door. This is the nightmare scenario. How do you actually retake this? Demon's going to see absolutely nothing through the crack. I think if FURIA doesn't give you a free kill, you're going to want to back away from this. You have money to rebuy, so you can risk the weapons, but it feels so tough to get in.
Well, they clear at the back of the car and actually forces Kesserado into the open, but with Fallen getting the kill, it's just going to take something special from Demon, and he does well to get the 1 kill off the left side. Just too much to ask of him. They're able to spin and catch Fallen as well. So FURIA good recovery to the round. I think Jukes is going to be a little bit frustrated. Yeah, I was going to say, especially because they had the perfect setup. Everything was in place to handle that. I think they kind of got the sense that, Yakinder was sort of just a distraction out towards long. They cleared that out, but Jukes was already making his move. He'd already made his decision to go towards middle to kind of shift a little bit with the open position on platform. Timing of that just couldn't have been worse for that defense. So FURIA have their first T-side gun round on the board. Money is busted as well for both teams, so quite a swing round in this opening half here on Dust2. Whoever wins this one gets a lot of momentum for the next couple. Has all the advantages in the world to build up their score. And it's a long play from FURIA. Krabini to defend, tucked against the wall by Pit. He's got support of Symmetry's op. Not anymore. Krabini's just going to wait around the corner. Goes out into the fight, and Fallen has dropped him swiftly. Ikindar will also assist in following up on Demon. So a very comfortable start to the round that should end up in an easy finish as that save call already being made by Juke, truly.
Yeah, you can't really do anything here. Man, that sliding over of Symmetry with the AWP is kind of like sells the position of Krabini as well. When you see the AWP come in that late, you just know he's coming to support somebody playing pit side.
I was hesitant to say he was saving because he started moving towards the A side. He walked down that B ramp.
I mean, look, at this point, he might feel like he found a gap. And he's right. Like, the ninjas are there for him.
No smoke. That makes things tough. AWP there as well.
Shout out to Yakinder.
Yeah.
Shout out to Yakinder. He's like, I got an op. No one's defusing this bomb. Everyone go for the hunt. Now, if he had a smoke, it'd be a different story. Unfortunately, he doesn't have a smoke whatsoever. There's the op shot. Now he knows it's pretty much gone. Yakinder with the second shot and kill, and the ninja defuse.
Yeah.
A valiant effort.
I like that, but I'm more talking about Jukes coming out of that B bomb site because there's a chance just to save. He was in the B site when it was clear the round was lost. But he walks out of the B ramp, he walks down towards CT. You can maybe understand it if they got a lot of money, Jason, but they don't have a lot of money.
Yeah, I mean, it could just be a mistake of an experience. Just kind of, wasn't really not mid-maxing those sorts of moments and opportunities across the game. Either way, I mean, you got to say, you want to talk about him there. You mentioned just a couple rounds ago that one slide away of the B defense. Look at the way, like, not even necessarily a mistake, just like the timing of when that actually occurs and how it's just put FURIA right back into this map. It was them being buried at the moment, and ever since that round, now 2 in a row for FURIA. Now they've got the economic advantage. They can build this up likely to 4. All of a sudden, FURIA just have a great standing in the map where previously they had nothing, and it's all due to one mistimed shift of your defense if you're Jugs.
And I mean, we're talking about the fact that FURIA were able to come back on Mirage to the point where it was down to regulation.
It's a nice little USB double tap.
That is nice.
That'll make you feel good.
Yeah, and the big problem for FURIA that we said was just they just didn't do enough in the first half. Now they're getting a little bit more to play with coming into this.
Timeout is taken. This run from FUT's defense. They got to talk things over. Money's not in a happy place. They're going to buy up into it. No op is going to be in the field, which is something they've loved having in the hands of Symmetry. He has the access to it if he wants to go glass cannon, but I'd be surprised if that's the decision he makes at this stage of the game. FURIA's offense finally able to start cooking once they got a reprieve, once they got, a little bit of economy advantage in their way, once they found some openings. Now we see them stringing rounds together. 3 in a row for FURIA on the T side. Struggled on this half in the first map of the series, struggled up to this point in the second map. I don't know, kind of crazy comeback, but it's one that FUT's going to have to outlast, plant their feet, see how they can close out this CT side of Dust2. They're going to do it with all M4s. No kits across the board for FUT's defense, but plenty of nades to work with in round 11.
Yeah, Fallen coming through. Oh my god, he gets absolute domed. Demon on a double kill. Kesserado and Fallen both gone. And they're going to start running back over towards Long to plug that gap. And for FURIA to kind of reset, you've just been smacked up the face, perhaps startled a little bit, but you're going to be going back to a B bomb site where Juke started hot, but it started to cool down. Let's see if he's able to make up for it now.
Really cool idea to smoke off left and try and challenge up CT spawn. I feel like FURIA has almost been trying to set that play up throughout this half, but obviously not effective whatsoever here. Now the map is known. Look at this position from Jugs. A chance for him to recover.
Yeah, let's see. M4 unchecked. Yuri up first, Yekindar in second. Jugs, oh, he gets the one kill, really hoping he could have got the second. His teammates still have the player advantage, but a retake of this B bomb site's so tough, so you need Demon to get a chance around the back here, and he's just going to end up getting caught. Molotov somehow turning on that kill, and this is going to be so frustrating for FUT Esports now. You've just lost the advantage in that fashion. Krabeni getting it down to a 1v1, so Symmetry against Yekindar. Who is going to come out on top? Yekindar has the better position out of the doors, goes into the peak, and then he steps right into the fight, and Symmetry just domes him. Yekindar's going to be frustrated about that 1v1, but FUT Esports back on the board.
I think he's trying to take a fight that's the least expected. It's not a great fight for the player in that position, swinging left, and you're also at the double doors. He could be anywhere along that back wall, but you're hoping that you have the advantage of the fact that Symmetry doesn't expect the fight at that point. Expects it to come from somewhere else inside the bomb site. Yekindar just losing out in the clutch, but a very hard-fought round. And FUT have to invest a lot, and they lose a lot to take that victory. So money's still not great for the CT side. However, it is the last round of the first half, so no big deal. Almost able to trade their way in and crack it open. Yekindar goes down right at the end. 7-4, round 12. Full buy for both sides. Op back in the hands of Molotov and back in the hands of Symmetry, who's going to try and keep Molotov pinned down for the moment.
Krabeni moving on up. Moving on up through short. Actually turns around, catches the lower tunnels play, goes into the top mid fight. Fallen and Yuri with a couple. Louse getting involved again. And a 3v3 off the back of the early skirmishes, and they are very early in the round, first 20 seconds.
Yeah, I wonder who's feeling happiest at the moment. I mean, that's the aggression that FUT wanted to come out with. 2-for-2 trade, so there's that. But, I mean, that's going to spread the defense pretty thin. Now, in reaction, they don't just sit back on their heels and kind of wait and give FURIA all the freedom in the world. They start pushing up. They start clearing things out. You can see Upper Dark, Jugs has pushed in, is saying they're not coming in B tunnels. They can be out middle, but then you've got Lonks over on short. He's got an angle towards the mid-ramp. So everything covered for FUT.
I mean, also it's the fact that it's the HP advantage that you've got as well here for FUT. It's not those first two kills alone. It's the 28 HP on Fallen that causes him to pick up the AWP. Symmetry climbing on up, getting a vantage point. They move into the site. FURIA have some space to play with. Got to think about that bomb plant soon enough. Trying to go for a jump shot as Symmetry. Why not? Give it a go, but it will come down to a retake. And we've talked about throughout this half, FUT Esports have been good at these A retakes. Why not in the last round of the first half?
All three coming from CT ramp is really tough to pull off.
Yeah, well, they're going to come on through. Up on top, though. Molotov confident and sprays down with one magazine. It's now Symmetry. Cut away as FURIA bounce back in this first half. Started strong for FUT Esports, but FURIA here to play. Let's see if they can close out Dust2 and get us to map 3. Welcome back to the Intel Extreme Masters Kraków. We got FURIA taking on FUT Esports. Right now, FUT Esports one map up after winning Mirage 13-11. A strong start on Dust2 as well. We started to think about a 2-0 win for FUT Esports, but FURIA came back towards the end of that first half. It's now a 7-5 lead for FUT Esports, but it does feel like with the strength we've seen from FURIA, CT start of Mirage, that they should still have this one in the bag, Jason.
Yeah, especially, I mean, they've given themselves way more room to work with, haven't they? Another B-Rush called in the pistol round for FUT, so Krabini getting creative with his pistols, and here we are into the bomb site. Yuri with dualies.
Yeah, just sitting back, behind Car, but it's going to be Castorado who's actually getting the impact.
Damn.
Oh, he's finding a lot of impact. Where Yuri finds nothing, Castorado finds 3. We've now got Krabeni and Jugs trying to win this one out alone. He's going to wait just underneath that window. No one from FURIA should give him a free kill. He's got to come to them. He's got to fight for it.
Yeah, but they need to cross this bomb over and get it planted while this smoke is up. Otherwise, they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You're going to run out of some safety to make it happen. And okay, Fallen, giving Krabini over another kill, equalize things into a 2-on-2. Little headshot angle there. Now things get more difficult. Dropped into the bomb site is one, though. Yakinder's making it happen.
Yeah, I like that they don't let the bomb go down, but it doesn't matter. They actually give it right back. You have Castorado with a 3K. The bomb wasn't even planted. You see Yakindar going forward, but it seemed like it was more of an individual play. If they go in together, then it's a lot more understandable. But the fact he goes so early leaves a very easy 1v1 fight there at the end for Juke.
You know, sometimes you see those opportunities if you're Yakinder, and there's really not a way you can properly comment in a way to get your teammate involved, and then you're just going to miss the window. So, I mean, that's the freedom you have to be able to have and take sometimes as a player, and it almost works out. A creative moment to step into the bomb site when they weren't expecting it, but not able to get a whole lot. Flashes are out. One is forced all the way back. That's Fallen, hands in his eyes. Somehow just barely survives. 23 health. Now he's got a flashbang. He wants to be able to set them up to swing on the cross.
Holodoy. Bullets whizzing past his head. Eventually, Long's going to clear him out from the side. Molodoy's deco goes into the peak. And it's a good old shutdown here, a mowdown, in fact, for FUT Esports. They lose one player in Demon, but they keep it comfy. So
you're kind of just gambling if you're falling with that one flashbang, aren't you, right? Like, you see that smoke wall, and obviously the meta is like, so it just is so different the way you can toy with it. We see sometimes teams throw that long cross smoke, stay way, way far back, wait for the counter nades, throw another one, and then step up. FURIA's not sure which one FUT is going to use. No idea of the scaling. Flash never comes out. Easy round for FUT. 9-5, 4-round lead. Guns are out, though, for the CT side, and Molodoy quickly has his op in the field. Two-on-two setup for FURIA on the CT side to open this round, or I should say, I guess a little bit more of a, 1-2-2 almost. 2 at the A bomb site, 2 in middle, 1 inside the B bomb site. Molodoy looking for all that information, spending plenty of time in middle, going to break the smoke. He wants to have an idea of the scaling up short. Him and Castorado see absolutely nothing with the smoke break, so now they'll back off and find some new positions. Molodoy shifts over to the A site with the AWP, and that's a nice, fortunate, lucky dink on a timing spam. Lonks down to 16 HP for no good reason.
yeah, that's a rough little scenario for Lonks.
Poor guy.
Yeah.
He's just trying to cross over to Xbox.
He's destined to lead the charge. Like, you're the soft one. You go forward.
Krabini just trying to show utility to take short. They want FURIA to get the sense that short is being taken as a staging ground. It's frozen, a third defender there. Meanwhile, the B hit comes in. Yuri with the first kill. Castorado coming in. Not even blind until a little bit later. Okay, there are the kills. 2 of them coming in. 1 left inside the B bomb site, and it's just... Oh, he's got one more. Yuri surviving again in a 2-on-2 as the bomb will eventually get planted. It's hit the deck, gonna cross over, and plenty of time for FUT to get comfy inside of B.
Yeah, the thing I was worried about at the start of the round, I didn't mention it, but I was just looking at the nades coming through for FURIA. Like, if it comes down to a retake of this B site, having no utility is going to be very tough.
And now you're risking the op. So Fallen will go in first, and if he doesn't get anything, then Yakinder's just going to back off with the AWP. Or you bait him.
Or you just send your Kindar in, huh? With a USB down into the site while he's gone, and then you can't get the AWP back. So really, you probably could have left that at the door if you're going to go with the USP.
I know, no kit as well. So yeah. That felt like it was going to go nowhere that whole time.
Well.
Double digits for FUT.
10-5.
I know.
You just throw your money away.
You just thrown your op away.
Oof. we are, you know, we're getting to that point, Jason.
It does feel like we're at that point.
We're FUT Esports in 2-0.
These decisions at this stage all have large consequences.
Yes, indeed.
So a second timeout call by FURIA to talk things over. Money's going to be a big question of what they can actually fight with in this round. They have that saved AK-47. Fallen passes that over to K-Serrato. Give your star player a chance to change the nature of the round. Maladoy, you imagine, is going to save as much money as possible, just enough to be able to get the op with some utility in the next round. So we're getting a half buy out of the FURIA side of things. MP9's being invested, Deagle on Maladoy, but enough money to have a full buy in the next round. Things are getting desperate for FURIA. If you switch things over, talk about FUT's money, yeah, Jugs is brought low, Symmetry's brought low, but everyone else has got some cash for AKs moving forward, so sitting in a nice place with this 5-round lead. And as the timeout comes to a close, fist bumps across the board. Round 16 underway. 10-5 lead for FUT, looking to cause an upset to start stage 2 of IEM Kraków.
We got Krebeni, who has the spawn for the peak with the AWP. He's just not going to get the peak he's hoping for from the other side. So he's going to move out and take that space. Symmetry's going to follow him, rather, and I think they should trade those weapons out. But Yukindar, look at this push. All the way up towards top middle. This should be teaming, backtracking, and then K-Serrato detecting him. So a mouthful of lead.
Bombs in T-spawn as well. If K-Serrato spots that, I mean, it's not going to be anything super crazy, but it would be something he could play with. Instead, he's happy with the 5-on-4. Actually, just going to be a nuisance. He wants to just kind of like ninja vanish, disappear, not let him know where he's gone.
And just think about how slowly Jugs and Lounge now need to move to get that bomb back as well.
Oh, I mean, the amount of time that's getting chewed off the clock, right? When this bomb is eventually recovered, it's like FUT's going to have 30 seconds less in this round than they thought they did.
Well, Jugs getting that kill back on K-Serrato. They know they're coming back this way. There's no other threats close by for FURIA.
There's K-Serrato not spotting the bomb either, right? If he sees the bomb in T-spawn, he knows that someone's going to be coming back.
Well, they feel like at this point, FURIA, that FUT have to come to the A-bomb site. They funneled them into that. So they've got a decent setup here.
I think you have to live and die by that assumption if you're FURIA, because you don't have the resources to go elsewhere, right? Now, the problem is smoke for the cross, Molotov for box. Okay, there's the swing. Lucky timing on that as Nades was in hand. Flashbang, they want the fight. They've got it. Double kill spray down, Fallen eventually the last one left. MP9 nowhere to go. And FUT get another round win.
Yeah, it's a big celebration too, because Kindar and K-Serrato were making things quite difficult for them towards top middle. That could have been one of those rounds that you should be favored to win. They could slip out of your hands, but FUT stay committed, they stay composed, they get the job done. And really now we are looking at them getting closer and closer to a huge victory today against FURIA.
Yeah, I mean, a massive one to start out this campaign in stage 2. And I mean, as I kind of highlighted in the pre-match, this team's already got some nice upsets under its belt. And you start adding another one into it, a little bit more faith, a little bit more belief, it's going to be great, especially for a team that came into 2026 saying, everyone had chances to leave the team. Everyone had offers to go somewhere else and make something else happen. But we all looked at this having been together for 2 years and decided we wanted to stick together and see what we could do. So, I mean, to make that sort of decision in the offseason and come in and deliver like this in one of your first big events, S-tier events, at an Intel Extreme Masters, that is the best start to a year you could have. And FUT looking to make it a reality. 2 rounds away from an incredible upset here in stage 2.
You cannot going out into the open. Symmetry able to take him away. So the advantage is now sided with FUT Esports to kick off this round as well. It's getting very, very scary here for FURIA. They've got to recover a 4v5. And then they just make it even worse. Great shots and Lounge. Krebeni getting involved. FURIA just can't even rise to this occasion. It is FUT Esports that are going to be grabbing series point, and they do it easily.
Dude, yeah, they grab series point emphatically. That's the round where it's just like, checkmate, dude. I just beat you in 6 different ways.
Incredible.
That actually is like kind of the prettiest round we've seen FUT have this entire series.
Yeah, they're hitting like that flow state right at the end too as well, and Fallen's going to try and hold on to this white knuckle grip on the AWP. If you're FUT Esports, you're sending bodies to try and remove it, and you get the intended result. Falling sits back. FURIA completely bewildered. And they may have got the win online, right? They won 2-1. FURIA getting the job done. We thought, okay, maybe we move to land. Maybe this is where FURIA just get very comfortable in the series. They've got all the advantages. And somehow it's actually got way better for FUT esports.
Slow starts though today, man. Slow starts for FURIA. I mean, the first half here on Dust2 wasn't terrible. It was like 5-1 at some point, but I mean, a 2-10 half on Mirage was just like, ugh. That'll be something they have a conversation about going into tomorrow. FUT also getting some incredible performances deep into the roster. Krabini has the IGL 17 kills, Jugs 18 kills, Lonks 15. Everyone's been delivering, and that follow-up push from Molodoi goes the other direction, but Fallen's able to go 1-for-1 on it.
He's hanging around in the smoke looking for a weapon here. It gets into an awkward fight. Demon stays very committed to that jewel. A little awkward to kick off this round. Not pretty towards the long side.
That one felt a little bit of the arrogance of the scoreboard of being like, you know, we're up 13 or 12-5. We can actually just kind of try and style on them a little bit through the smoke, and you don't want to give them the chance to come back into it. I know it's still very low percentage, but don't even give them the idea. 2 on 4. However, Yakinder's at 1, Fallen's on 11, so you have the chance. If you can get a clean kill on Yuri with the HP the way it is, retaking the B bomb site is going to be near impossible for FURIA. You need that kill now, because Queserado is lurking over, and he'll be here in time.
Oh my god. Yuri. Oh, there we go. It starts to spread. I thought he was going to have a little bit of luck going this way, but he's had anything but. It forces him into the open. Symmetry taking a double kill, and we're right back into a 2v2, even numbers, and Yakindar's on 1 HP.
They can't cross, so they have no utility, so they're just going to have to risk it. They can't go elsewhere either. 20 seconds.
Duke stepping up. Queserado is the only player that can afford to fight here, and he's done well. He's got a kill on Symmetry, so it's all on Jukes to win it up in a clutch. And he goes into the peak. There's the 1 HP dispatched off, and Queserado just about keeps FURIA on the map.
No way. Holds the line. No utility. Want to buy 1 smoke for a cross. Almost piecing together the 2 versus 4. Lovely shooting from Symmetry, but Queserado saves the day. Keeps FURIA alive just barely. 6-12. They need 6 in a row to force overtime here on Dust2. Plenty of money in the bank for FUT to reinvest and rebuy into this, so no reprieve yet for FURIA's CT side. And it still doesn't get much prettier. Yuri going to be stuck on an MP9. Money's still not great for FURIA. Yakinder has an M4, but he's light on utility. Only 2 kits going to be in play. Things aren't great yet for FURIA. An AWP in the hands of Symmetry on the T side, so great advantages over to FUT.
Yakindar. Just in the mid doors. No one coming to the crosshair just yet. I'm just going to get that chance. Langs walks right into him. Yakindar's got the frag. Could be Krabeni to trade things out. The low HP of Yakindar could be finished off with utility here. Yakindar realized there was a timer on him. He had to get out towards CT before utility landed towards his position, and that's a sacrifice of health from Krabeni as well. Goes into his own fire.
Yeah, I don't hate the idea. Really wanted to chase it down, but takes a lot of damage for it. Good flash, activating Demon. Now he can apply pressure into the bomb site. It's only Fallen to withstand this. He's playing at railing, but still FUT, they're happy.
Look at the push here from Yuri as well.
Yeah, but they're watching it.
Yeah, Jukes is watching for it. Yuri decided to stop, realizing things have gone quiet. Perhaps the pause has happened, and they are checking for this. Slowly here from Yuri all the way down the stairway, but Jukes never looked away. He had one job, one opportunity, and now with Yuri getting killed on that push forward, they know the B bomb site's empty. Falling with a 1v3, and he ain't gonna stop this one. It has been an incredible showing for FUT Esports, who have come into Kraków with a point to prove. This roster have stuck together when they all had individual offers that could have went on to bigger and better places. They've decided to stick together and show us what they've got. And right now, it is looking incredible. A 2-0 win over FURIA at one of the biggest events of the year.
Yeah, I mean, as I said, there's no better start you could have at the moment. This is all that reward of the years that this